everybody, it's Makita here, and today I want to talk to you about my April candidate TBR reading list. Okay, TBR, to be read, candidate, optional, So I am going to be doing a readathon during the month of April. It is the Tome Topple readathon. I will post that video and I will put a link to it in here so that you can see how that is going to go for me. But I have given myself a reading candidate list and a list of books that I want to read for the month of April. This is subject to change because, as you know, I am a mood reader, but there are certain things that I really do need to get done. I want to read the book The Nyx during the month of May. There's also a few other books that I want to be able to purchase during the month of May, and in order to do so, I need to knock out 5 spots on my reading bingo for the month of April. Here's what I'm going to be reading and how it will fulfill the spots of my reading bingo or a challenge that I am doing. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. This is a book that I've already read. It is an autobiography written by Maya Angelou. However, I am joining in with Karen from Run Right Reads and her 2017 book club where she challenges us to read books in multiples of 17, whether it be 17 or I think it's 52, 51 or 106 books. I'm actually reading 52 books this year, so I decided to join in with her and do the book club. During the month of April, she will be discussing Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and this also fulfills a slot on the reading bingo where we read a book by Maya Angelou. So although I will be reading this book, in the month of May I will actually be picking up another book by Maya Angelou, and I might be doing so every month hereafter because I have a few different books by her, and I might just try to read them all, one by one each month, starting with this one. The Fall of Giants by Kent Follett. This is the first in a trilogy, I believe. This is the mass market paperback book. It has 942 pages. I will be doing a buddy read with Maria from Read, Create, Repeat Homeschool, and we will be getting through this thing. It's also a part of the Tomes Topple-thon I will be participating in during the month of April. This is going to take some discipline for me. Books that are beyond 490 something pages really challenged me because I'm not always sure that it can hold my attention, and if it can't, I get really bored and I want to put it down and I want to pick up something else. So I'm really hoping that this book will be good enough to hold my attention and to go on to the sequel, the part 2, because I already have that one. And if it can't and I don't like it, unfortunately, it will be getting unhauled. I'll be getting rid of it because, as I said before, I am moving and I cannot take books with me that I will never read. The next book that I will be reading for the month of April, as long as everything goes well, is Hidden in Plain Sight by Yoshua and Udiah Dauld. This is a book that talks about slavery and the African diaspora. It is a historical book. I do not believe it's fiction. It is nonfiction, and she actually has a YouTube channel called Her Royal Roots, and I plan on reading this month and seeing what type of information they give and what all they have to say, as long as everything goes well, because if it requires a lot of focus, I really need to get through my other books for this month. I may have to move this one to May, but we'll see. Okay, so this is a candidate.
Oh, no, I did not just lose my space in this book. What page is that on? Oh my gosh. Just ripped out my bookmark. This thing is supposed to help my bookmark
The next book that I will be reading during the month of April, which I really want to get through because I was really enjoying it and I don't want to drag it out too long. I want to make sure I hold on to the concepts in this book, is The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. This is a book that talks about why we build the habits that we have, how we build the habits that we have, and it helps us to understand how we can build new habits. He uses a lot of research, and it is filled of factual information and great resources. So I really enjoy reading books like this. This is a nonfiction book, The History of Time. This is a book that I picked up not too long ago. It gives a brief history of time regarding calendars, seasons, dates, and things like that. It is also nonfiction. It should take me no time to get through because it is 120 something pages, so that should be an easy read. Without Rival by Lisa Bevere. This is a nonfiction inspirational book. It talks about how we compare ourselves to other people when we really do not have to, and she gives us ways of being inspired and seeing deep into ourselves and learning who we are and who God has created us to be. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. I started it before and I did not finish it, but it will fulfill one of the spots on my reading bingo. So I wanted to make sure that I did finish reading this book. And the final book that I will be reading during the month of April, which can fall into the Tomes Topathon because it is the Bible, which you all know is extremely long. I mean, it is, how many pages? Well, with the glossary, it is 2,272 pages. I started reading it during the month of February, and my challenge was to read it through in 90 days. My finish date is supposed to be May the 5th. Hopefully, I am able to do that. I'm supposed to be reading 12 chapters per day, and so I need to get through a big chunk of it during the month of April so I can finish it by May the 5th. So now that you know what I will be reading, let me tell you how they fulfill the categories of my reading bingo, because yes, I am doing the quarterly readathon, but I also will be doing quarterly reads. And during this next quarter that we are going into, the goal is to fulfill 5 spots on the reading bingo. And so those 5 spots for me will be a book written by Maya Angelou, a book that is more than 500 pages, a historical book, and an inspirational book. Those are the slots that will be filled during the month of April, and I have more that I'm going to have to fill in the month of May and June in order to fulfill my quarterly reading requirements for my reading bingo. This is my reading TBR/candidate list for April of 2017. I'm really looking forward to diving into reading the books with my buddies here on YouTube. This is what it's all about, right? Reading, talking, having these conversations, doing the thing, you know, diving into the books with your people. No, stop. But I'm really looking forward to diving into these books, to having book discussions, to, you know, seeing if I like these authors, especially Kent Follett, seeing if I like his writings. And yeah, so if you have any comments, questions, if you have read any of these books, if you think that, you know, I will like them, I would love to hear from you. Please leave me a comment below. If you have not already done so, make sure to like and to subscribe. Connect with me on Instagram and Twitter at Mrs. R Bookish, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.